Right, everybody, so welcome back. Last session, you all faced off against a figure from one of your pasts while in search for another one of the artifacts for Provost Nigel Farius, and found yourself deep below Fort Bones, a military fortification in the wastes of Karnath that had a bit of an affiliation, a bit of an affinity for creating undead forces. You were able to find the Queen of Night, the small chess piece that was this connected piece, this convergence, this piece connected to the various planes of Eberron, and eventually you did slay the individual who had been sent to recover the piece, much like you all had. You heard him mention him being sent by a mysterious individual that he just simply kept referring to as her. She. Several of you were able to kind of infer who that might be, but it has yet to be specifically confirmed. After this champion was defeated, unfortunately not revealing too many answers for you all, besides the fact that he was in fact working for somebody else, you recovered the piece and slipped out of Fort Bones. Seeing the aftermath of the battle that had masked your entry and your mission, you shall see. But you all were able to make your way out, avoiding the corpse collectors who had begun picking the field clean, and thus began the long journey back towards your meeting spot with Laura. Okay. So, you all are at or just outside of Fort Bones currently. Laura is set to meet you all in one of the outlying villages of Vulyar, a Karnathi city relatively close to where you all are right now. It takes you a few days to get there, and when you arrive, Laura does pay you the agreed upon amount, which I believe was 200 apiece this time.
Hold on. I can tell you.
Yes, please.
It was 800 gold upon return to Sharn.
Fantastic. So that is 200 apiece, indeed.
Aw.
Okay.
I didn't specify. We didn't specify.
Yeah, I'm sure it was an 800 each.
That would be a little excessive. Maybe for like the 13th artifact you can have 800 apiece.
Right before you retire.
Right.
Get that extra day of vacation.
Get that level, that last level up right before you're done.
So,
go ahead.
To kind of support the new look tinge, everyone will notice him scavenging undead bit skeletal remains and adorning his armor as you travel.
Yeah, Dimitri will spend quite a bit of time, like, he feels, like, really bad. So, quite a bit of time trying to help fix you up and repair you and just talk and make sure that everything's okay. And do you feel that your spirit is fully ensconced within your corporeal form?
I don't think Tin just said anything the entire time. He's yeah, he literally looks like 1,000 years has gone by, and his beautiful, perfect Don V plate is now rusty, tarnished, worn, and if a Warforged could have a further 1,000-yard stare, he does.
Tinge, you good, man?
He would just nod in an affirmative. His eyes are a different color now as well. They've taken on kind of a sickly blue-purple.
Yuju will pipe in. It's beautiful there, isn't it? It's a wonderful place.
Oh, that's right. His spirit, when it was separated, I guess technically being a convergence zone with Mabar, means that he might have experienced that. But you are in a unique position to help him come to terms with that. Help bring him along on the journey you've gone on.
Right now, it looks to me like they're on opposite journeys.
Well, I think if we had met Yuji quite some time ago, you probably would have said the same thing.
Probably.
Which glorious figure did you run across while in Mabar?
His only response is, she waits and she wills. That's it.
Can I do like a, what is it, history check?
Sure.
So we
yeah.
talking about like the same she? Yuji's gonna be freaking out here then.
Probably be a religion check.
If it's bad, I'm doing knowledge of the past too.
Oh, all right. That's pretty bad.
Doing knowledge of the past.
So that brings us to
11.
an 11. I mean, there's a few figures that he could be talking about. None that really stand out. Tind, you haven't described what you saw to anyone in detail, have you?
That would require words.
Indeed.
No, I haven't. I think at this point, Tinge would just say a form gave me an offer and I accepted. I didn't feel like it was my time. And there may be some extra activities I have to do to help. But I don't. I'm unsure of who I promised my service to.
You see, like Yuji, like perk up and like slide his chair closer. Like, what sort of terms did you get? Like, are you a reborn now, or are you gonna keep coming back? Did you get a quest?
I'll know, but likely it's gonna be. I'll know when it's someone's time to move on from this plane, and I'll make that happen.
I think Yuji would be pretty visibly excited about all of this. It's just horribly morbid, but you know, here we are.
Hay's worried.
He's weird.
So is Dimitri.
Okay. So, worried as you all are, the journey from Fort Bones to your meeting spot with Lara does only take a couple of quiet, concerned days on the road across the wastes of the Valencia Plains until you get to a small settlement and a little bar, a little hole in the wall, not a tavern, just a little watering hole just outside of this little settlement. You get inside, there is a single human man, looks to be about 1,000 years old, probably in his late 70s, early 80s. Tending bar doesn't acknowledge you as you all come in, and Lara is sitting at a table, and she looks up to greet you all, and she says, "You have it then?"
We do.
We wouldn't be here without it.
She nods, says, "There wasn't even any official confirmation that it was there, so I'm glad you all were able to find it." Let's get
I need to
home.
hold on to it for a while, though.
He says you can hold on to it until we get back to Sharn.
I'm gonna need it for like a day while we're in Sharn.
She nods and asks, what for?
We confirmed the horn figure from the Mournlands was, and I forgot his first name. Damn it! Hold on. I wrote it down for a reason here.
It was like Malice or something like that.
Malphus?
Uh,
The guy we were
Detritus
talking
Bloodlave.
Detritus, right.
They're Detritus. There it is. We confirmed that he was real. We were able to defeat him at great cost.
She kind of glances towards
And-
Tinge.
And I need to take this back to... Should have wrote these names down in a better spot. To the Death Gates girl. I can't think of her name all of a sudden.
Ina.
Ina, thank you. And we need to investigate this together. As clearly it had a major impact in and after combat. And we need to look at this more closely. I need answers.
Okay. So she would kind of take that in, and she would nod and say, we'll hold off on telling Farius that we're back for a day.
How are we traveling?
She pulls out a teleportation scroll.
Ooh.
Says,
It's real
tucked
fancy now.
in
Oh my
her
God.
back pocket. She says, no time to waste, as she's starting to get the feeling that Clifftop is not alone in searching for these artifacts anymore, or less alone than they were a little while ago. Not just Farius is the point that she's trying to get to.
There are other powers at work now, is what you're saying.
She nods.
Like, what other powers? Why else would anyone care about this?
She says, go ahead.
No, I guess as soon as I said it, I knew the answer.
She says something big is coming. And it looks like Farius was just the first one to get his ear to the ground about it.
Has there been a new passage of the Draconic Prophecies that have hinted at something?
She says she doesn't have any details yet, just whispers and stirrings. Nothing concerning the Draconic Prophecy. Something else. She says she'll try and figure out more. In the meantime, a couple weeks she expects before they track down the next piece of the Convergence Manifesto. And with that, if you all are prepared, Lara is ready to teleport you all back to Sharn.
Absolutely.
I think Yuji.
I don't think there's anything else here.
Yuji'd want to question her on her and see if she knows anything immediately about that.
About what specifically?
Her.
Capital H her.
Oh, after so you explained the whole situation, and okay, so she would kind of furrow her brow and think hard on it for a moment. Let me make a check for Lara. I haven't had to pull up her character sheet in a long time.
Gonna make her work this session. So
Right.
Burn her keep.
Okay, she has 11 intelligence, but no bonus, so it's just gonna be a flat d20 roll to see if she knows anything. Okay. So she'll say that she's not sure. However, there has been a lot of activity with the Emerald Claw surrounding specifically the item you hold now. She says that knowing that, and knowing the types of adversaries you've come up against, especially now that you say that the one who you confronted kept referring to a mysterious her, she says that there's a possibility that rumors of a shadowy necromancer of some kind leading the Emerald Claw may have some validity to them.
I think
So she doesn't want to give substance to rumors, but it may be becoming more than rumors at this point.
Like Yuji would like check over his shoulders to make sure like no one's watching this. I think we're talking about exceptionally high-ranking, possible royal family Karnathis influencing the Emerald Claw. Like, get your tinfoil hat out, conspiracy rumors.
Nods and says that if the figure that she believes to be working behind the scenes is real, then it's likely that it goes about as high as it can in the Karnathi royal families.
Yuji is probably visibly spooked.
Is this something you want to pursue?
Are you talking to Lara or to Yuji?
Yuji.
Let's not talk about that while we're in Karnath.
Ah,
Maybe we should go back to Sharn before I let my personal feelings know what's going on.
Is that something that you can use, gesturing at the scroll?
She says once, yeah.
Okay.
Got it specially made for this occasion. All right. No time
Nothing
to
else
find
that
a
you-
House Orion teleportation circle from all the way out here.
There's nothing else that you want to do while we're here, is there, Yuji? I mean, I'm not looking forward to coming back here.
Go to Korth and get some answers.
I think at this moment it would be good to leave, but we will probably be back. The last time they kicked me out, I said I was never returning, and yet here I am again.
I look at the rest of the group, see if everyone nods.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on mute. I would say there's probably more answers to be found in Aetur than there are Korth, if the Dark Lanterns are to be believed.
Then, yes, Laura, I think we're ready.
Okay. All right, and with that, flashes of light and some rather disorienting moments later, you all find yourselves at a House Orion teleportation circle near the guild hall. It has been a long time since we've been on this screen. Jeez.
I missed it.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. All right, so you find yourselves back in the hustle and bustle of Sharn. Midday. Lots of people bustling about as you exit from one of the many teleportation circles that House Orion operates throughout this area. An easy point of travel back to back home. Yeah, you're a few blocks away from your guild hall. Lara says that she's going to be spending the next couple weeks trying to track down the next piece of Varus's Convergence Manifesto, but that if you need her, she will be at the guild hall. She will inform you if she leaves.
Thank you, Laura. That was
And
amazing.
with that, she pays you all.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What time of day is it?
It is midday.
Can Yuji pull Laura aside real quick?
Yeah.
I think he'd want to go into greater detail here about her, and he would know that the Sentinel Marshals are the only one that might actually have any sort of jurisdiction on this, and we should assume that rumor might be truth and ask her to try and find out any additional information she could.
She says that she will put some of her best spies on it.
I think Yuji would voice his concern that we're going to be spying on the Carnathy royal family. That's going to be a concern.
Well,
when we get alone, when she's gone, let me know.
she says that her people know how to be discreet.
Yuji will kind of nod, and I'll wait for your word. Please tell me when you learn anything.
She says that she will certainly do so.
I didn't do this last time because obviously the session was ended quickly. Could I do some sort of check to see if I have, with the information I have, if I could narrow the scope of who her might be in, Carnathian upper leadership?
Go ahead. I am going to say it will need to be... What's your bonus? Oh, -1 UG. There's no way you would know this.
Even with knowledge of the past?
How much would knowledge of the past add?
D6.
A D6. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Tinge's hand will just plop on his shoulder, and he'll just say, "I need to know guidance."
I was getting guidance myself
First
as well. So.
spell of the new class.
Yeah, welcome to the other side. Yep. All right. So what was it? Religion.
Yes.
All right. So religion.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
It's okay. I was literally gonna see if you rolled a nat 20, and that was the only way you were gonna get anything out of this.
I figured I'd have to break 20, and so I was like, all right, here we go. But
okay.
Question marks remain.
Question marks remain indeed.
Yuji will ask for specifics from Tinge on this figure that he saw in the bar. Like, dark person doesn't narrow the list down at all for me to go look for that.
Tinge would describe what he saw.
Fantastic.
Towering figure, shade-like.
So the first thing that you would note, Yuji, after being described, after hearing Tinge describe what he saw, is that description does not meet Mabar. Those of you that are proficient in religion would recognize that as a transient place, some place where souls are kind of guided between Eberron into where they would be going next, whether that be any of the other various planes that their souls might go. Never actually made it to Mabar. Was met in a transient place, and that might be enough for somebody who is proficient in religion to attempt to check to find out who her might be.
Is it Dolorth or Dolorth, the in-between plane?
No, Dolor is not. Dolor is where
Right.
everything eventually goes to.
Right.
Oh, that's right there.
And Dimitri is not trained in religion. I don't know that we have anyone who is.
If there is anybody that is proficient in religion, otherwise you would have to find somebody in the city who is and give this information to them to get some more insight.
Ania is, isn't she?
Ina is, yeah.
I'm assuming our party doesn't have it though, right?
Religion proficiency?
Nope.
Arcana, yes. Religion, no.
We have scads of Arcana.
Well-rounded team. Good work, everyone.
I understand rocks better now too.
Yeah. I mean, bone can become rock once it's been sitting there for long enough. It's a new piece of information that Tinge probably knows.
Oh my god, you know how cool that would be? A druid with petrified wood armor. That'd be dope.
Nice. That would be dope. That would in fact be dope.
Whatever it takes for them to actually get armor above hide.
Yeah, above 16 or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Well, so if Lara is gone now, Dimitri cast See Invisibility and is going to look about us.
I also look through the eyes of my Tressum familiar.
Nice. Becky.
So
Dimitri,
we know.
So you just so you know, my new friend here, and I pat the furry, shadowy, winged cat that's sitting on my shoulder. The veil here can see into the invisible.
Really? As
Really.
just from the regular spell? Not even like a Pact of the Chain or anything like that?
Right.
Wow. That's
So,
amazing.
don't waste spell slots if it's not 100% necessary.
Okay. Duly noted. Well, Lara said that she was not going to tell Farius that we're back yet, but something doesn't feel quite right about Farius, and it wouldn't surprise me, and I hate saying this because I don't like thinking bad of people, but it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he would try to have us followed, have someone else keep an eye out for us.
Wouldn't surprise me at all as well.
Yuji would affirm that he thinks Farius might actually be in on it, either working with the Emerald Claw or working with the Carnathi royalty.
I think Varius would work with anybody that furthers his research, whatever it is he's trying to accomplish.
I unfortunately can't disagree with that, but we need to get this piece. We need to do something with this piece, and I don't know if giving it to him is the right thing to do. I mean, we gave our word, and I don't want to break that, but
I need to investigate it further,
right.
first
Let's
and foremost.
do that. Maybe
So
we
the
can figure out
Deathgate
how
Guild.
to remove. I
You
feel
need to get your
very
curse removed
dirty.
too. Yeah.
I feel very, very dirty.
When are we going to stop by the casino?
Oh my
We need to
god.
get paid again. You want
You
to
get
like do the
paid
casino
again.
first and then go to the Deathgate?
And Tin just looks at him and goes, "In due time."
Which district are we in right now?
You would be in the same district as the Cliffsgate 1, as the Cliffsgate Guild
Upper Dura.
House. So yeah, Upper Dura.
Okay,
Let's
so
talk.
we're about as far away from Lower Tavik Landing as we can get. So I would say casino can wait till later.
Isn't it also where we said the Death Skaters Guild was Lower Tavik?
I thought so
is
too.
it
Yeah.
Lower Tavik as well? I did not remember where the Deathgate was.
That's why I mentioned we could just stop there first and then go over to the guild.
Well, how long has it been? We knew it was 6-10 days to get out.
We
in
did the math.
original.
What was it, like 6 weeks or something like that?
No, it's much more. It was 6-10 days just to get there to the original by caravan, and then we were 1 10-day doing the chain. We left.
You're breaking up there, Tinge.
Your internet is no bueno.
No. It should be at least like 8 to 10 days.
Okay, we'll go with 8-10 days then.
Deathgate's Guild headquarters is Middle Tavix.
Middle Tavix.
And I have business in Middle Tavix as well. And we have business in Lower Tavix for
The cog
the casino. Yep.
as well.
Well, off we go then. Middle Tavix.
Okay.
Start in left Tavix. Then head to right Tavix.
All right. So you all know your way thoroughly around Sharn. You're able to get back to the guild, get to the Death's Gate Guild Hall without any major issues at all. Within maybe about a block or two, who has the highest passive perception of the group currently?
I'm gonna say tin.
Yeah, it looks like Tinge. I don't know if...
Tinge. It went up.
Nice. So Tinge, you would be the first to notice people kind of giving you the side eye as you all make your way through this area. Not just you, but your entire, all four of you, kind of eyeing you warily as you pass through. And maybe about a block away from the actual Death's Gators Guild Hall, a towering orc man steps out in front of you. A couple of his buddies step out as well. Standing right in your path, they say. What are you doing here, cliff top?
Hi.
You do not recognize any of these three, except for the fact that they are wearing Death's Gate insignia.
Just
Let's
three of
find
them?
the names of our
That's it?
friends.
I have business with Nia on the side.
Say, you can give us orders? This is our turf. Go back to cliff top. Maybe there you can order some people around.
And then
Sorry,
intimidating
just look up.
fashion.
Do we really
Go
have to
ahead.
play this game?
Tinge will just
Cliff
look
top.
at him and say,
Go ahead.
"It's not your time, but we can make it."
Tinge, you get the distinct impression that one of them is due to die in about 2 weeks.
Mm-mm.
Not yet, but close.
Is this one of those things where like Tinge now knows the exact time that you're going to pass away? Is that what this is?
Got the faint impression of a time from one of these guys. But as Tinge is weighing his options, if 2 weeks is soon enough, you all hear this time a familiar voice say, "Let him through. He's the ones we were telling you about. And believe me, you don't want the trouble." At this point, a halfling in a patterned poncho with dinosaur feathers in her hair steps out from around a corner, and you all recognize Farron, the halfling.
Baron!
She kind of takes a step back. She says, "No hugs." Gives you the squinty eye, and then goes in for a hug.
Okay, good.
She
I
says,
was like, no!
she says that she was wondering when you all were going to be making your way back here. She looks towards Yuji and says, "Ina's been hard at work trying to figure out what's been going on with you."
I have a lot of news for her. Where is she?
She says, "This way," and leads you all towards a not like a tavern would be giving this place too much credit. It is a room off the side of one of the streets with a few stools, a few benches, and what looks to be a tap. Gorashta.
Japanese sake bar.
So Gorashta and Ina are both inside. Ina's got a stack of books in front of her, and Gorashta's kind of just sitting there, leaning back in his chair, just enjoying life. Gorashta, as you all enter, would kind of stand and give you all a quick bow and say that it's wonderful to see you all again.
Dimitri will give him a hug.
He returns.
Good to see you. I'm so glad that you guys are still well.
Says, yeah, work's been good. We've been getting a few jobs. Nothing like the one up north we took, but Been working.
That's probably for the best.
He nods. Agreed. It was too cold up there.
Oh.
Put it lightly.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been around. Not sure that I liked it, but we've learned a lot. How's Flair?
They say that they actually haven't heard from him since they handed him over. Or since he was
Oh.
handed over. Don't know what happened to him.
Hope he's okay.
They all shrug.
Yeah.
He got what he deserved.
You're way more worried about him than I am.
Well, I'm just hoping that he had an opportunity to change his ways.
Yuji would like tap Dimitri a couple times, like hand it over, like
Oh,
give me the piece
yes,
of conquest
please
or whatever it
take
is. And I'd literally like walk up to Aina.
Right,
split the
she's been
book
like
in half,
immersed in
set
her
it
book.
right
She's
down.
barely even noticed that you all have come in until you place the piece down in front of her. She kind of starts a little bit and looks up. She's like, "Oh, you made it. You've made it back."
How
There
many
has-
other
All of us have
people
traveled.
in this room other than just them?
There's a drunk with his head down on the table, and a middle-aged man who looks like he works in the cogs, just sitting there, kind of 1,000 yards staring.
Can we excuse them? Would that be rude? Maybe give them some money to go drink somewhere else?
With that,
I think it
Farron
needs privacy.
would call them both by name and say, "We need the room," and they would both get up and groggily depart from this little establishment.
Thank you.
Vale ensures that there is actually no one else in the room.
There is not. So, Aina would look over you all and say, "You all look like you've been through it." Looks towards Tinge, like the new look.
Mm-mm.
He's been through it a couple of times.
Tinge has been to one of our favorite places.
She says, "Oh." She looks towards Tinge. What was it like?
Dark. And rusty.
He has such a lovely way of words.
Did we just lose Dimitri and Tinge from the Roll20? No, they're both back.
I'm
Weird.
still-
Okay.
Yeah. I
Oh
just
my
got
God,
a
dog?
disconnection notice,
Yeah.
but I'm back.
Okay.
I
Got
did
it.
not.
Okay. All right. But
Yuji would, or go ahead.
so she would say, "Well, not many of us get to see the place, so it's interesting to meet so many that have in so short a time." So she would go on to tell you all that she's been looking into what happened to you, Yuji, looking into it rather thoroughly. And she says that it seems to be happening, or similar events, of people being sent back from various planes of existence, Mabar, the dead rising, celestials crossing over, that something big seems to be brewing. Nobody's quite sure what yet, but they keep hearing the word convergence coming up.
We confirmed with Bloodlave that there are many others like me.
So she nods, says that, well, that's what she's found out. That she's able to confirm that, and she was able to get the word or the phrase convergence several times. That there's a coterminous event coming, and something big is set to happen during it. They can't quite figure out what yet or what it means, but there is some sort of mass coterminous event coming, and that this convergence of planes is set to be a big event. Again, she hasn't been able to uncover too many details as to what exactly this means or what's happening, but seems like the big players are mobilizing to take advantage of it in some way.
Was it a misspeak before when you had Laura say specifically other pieces for the Convergence Manifesto?
No, because that is what Faros' book is called. He's been calling it his Convergence Manifesto, and that's what you've all been collecting artifacts for, is something that Faros is building based off of his book called the Convergence Manifesto.
Got it.
I'd ask her if she is aware of Farius and his dealings as well.
She says just so much as they needed to know to complete the job that he tried to give to them, that he's gathering artifacts for a book that he calls the Convergence Manifesto.
Can't be a coincidence.
Was there a question?
Go ahead, that's all I was saying.
I would go further then to describe what Bloodlake described as her, and see if she had any memory or recollections of high-level necromancers affiliated with the royal family.
Well, she says not the royal family, but there isn't any higher-ranking necromancers than Arandis Vol. And if this man that you describe is referring to a her that leads him and the Emerald Claw, then Ina kind of shakes her head and she says she doesn't really believe in stories or nightmare tales, but it does sound like the description of Arandis Vol.
Can I do a check to remember who that person is?
This would be, with your background in between the four of you, this is a name that would be recognized. Also known as Lady Ilmaro. So, Lady Ilmaro is kind of the shadowy leader of the Emerald Claw. I don't want to give away too much, but an extremely powerful Lich Queen. Missing or kind of hiding behind the shadows, behind the curtains for hundreds of years, since even before your time, Yuji. You would have heard that name even before you went under.
A lich?
A Lich Queen.
In somehow associated with the ruling of a country? Is that what I just understood?
Not just any country. Karnath.
Does everyone know this?
Archlanterns don't believe that she leads Karnath.
Exactly. Her existence is even brought
it.
into question relatively often.
If
Or
you
her
ask-
continued existence, I should say.
If you ask the elves, she was destroyed along with all of her blood.
Yep.
Oh.
She
Wait,
was the first
Vol?
and last. She was the first and last bearer of the Dragon Mark of Death.
I think they've spoken about that. I don't know. It felt like a fairy tale. Because there's, obviously there is no Dragon Mark of Death. I thought that was just sort of an aberrant mark.
It was first. Actually, Hay wouldn't know that. Sorry.
So,
Yeah, I'm talking legends and rumors. I mean, the Karnathis during the war, the blood of Vol is her, but it was always believed that that was a metaphor. I mean, because Vol is an elf. She's not even Carnathi. She's Marinol.
So this is somehow connected, perhaps, to what it is that Farius is doing?
She says that she doesn't believe that Farius is aware of these other factions closing in on the same goals that he is. The rumors that she's been hearing lead her to believe that they're trying to take these artifacts from Farius. That groups such as the Emerald Claw, even some actors from other areas, seem to be trying not only to recover the other artifacts that he's searching for, but try to find out where he has the ones that he's recovered and get them from him. There's been rumors. Again, this is just stuff that Ina's heard in her research, but there's been rumors of agents from Drome and even some individuals from, she would say, farther north that are looking for Farius, and namely the items that you all have recovered. With that, Gorashta would say that maybe failing at finding them was a good thing for them, because they do not like the heat that it is bringing down. So yeah, they would not be surprised if somebody approached you all soon enough to try and pay you off for the location of the artifacts you've recovered, or just information on what you've been doing, as groups have already come to the Death's Gators to try and figure out what happened in the north.
We could do one better. We had people try and forcefully take them from us.
We have. Also from Karnath. Everything seems to be drawn back to Karnath.
That could be coincidence. Has a Silver Flame taken a position?
No one's taken an official position yet. Nobody seems to want to acknowledge that anything is actually happening just yet.
So with the information we have right now, a little bit of metagaming here, we believe that the artifacts have something to do with a convergence event between the planes, and that Lady Omaro may or may not be involved, or that might be just a side thing that's tangential to what we're looking for.
Yeah. Karnath is
Right?
just a red herring.
I still don't think she exists.
I'm concerned that my glorious quest is to kill her.
And this campaign's going to a lot higher level.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Heyo. Level 20 confirmed.
Is that what you feel would be necessary to give you peace?
Cutting off the head of a snake usually kills the snake.
Ina would say that so would cutting it off from its source of food and water.
Meaning Mabar?
Go on.
She kind of says, well, let's for a moment assume that Lady Oromaro is real. She is in Karnath and she is acting in opposition to you. If that was the case, she says, I for one would be absolutely terrified. But if you could figure out what she's trying to do and stop that may prevent her from, or whatever is behind all of this, from achieving its goals and potentially weaken it. Again, Ina would reiterate, that's if she exists at all.
You
Whether
raised
or
a great
not-
question. All right, go ahead.
Whether or not she exists, there's no doubt, at least to the Dark Lanterns, that the Emerald Claw is controlled by one or more powerful liches and vampire lords. So whether or not it's this Lady Ilmaro or not, we're still talking very powerful entities.
Very powerful entities that we don't want to see the end games of.
Do you think it's possible to cut off the influence of a plane from an actual person? You can kind of look at Tinge, Dimitri.
Aina nods and says it's not unheard of. Individuals being cut off from their sources of magics and power. It certainly can be done.
What about those cursed by something?
On. Because
He's-
that has been done before.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
I should say that again.
Magic can be cut off from Eberron entirely.
Oh, okay. I don't know that that's what we want, but
How does one go about doing that? Just a complete opposite of Dimitri's attitude right now.
The people here would have no idea. That's definitely a master's level course right there.
How do we get rid of a curse from Mobar? Just dispel curse spell? Do you know that?
Are you talking about the curse that comes when you're holding the piece?
Yep.
Because that would have diminished the
that's-
second you set it down. The second it was no
okay, I thought
longer
it was
in your
permanent for
possession.
Dimitri.
No, once
And
the
then-
item
I
is no longer in your possession, the effects would stop stacking, and yeah, you would immediately feel the weight of it removed from you. The negative effects remain until you've gotten some rest, but
Okay, got
Right.
it. Just need a long rest.
short rest without it on
Or
your
rest.
person.
Oh, okay.
I misheard you that it was like a full curse, like we gotta go get dispel curse or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking. Remove curse, going to be necessary. Well, so then for us, it begs the question: if all of this seems to be centered around a convergence, I guess I need to maybe visit the library to learn more, because I guess the convergence will happen. The convergence is happening irrespective of anything that we do. But we're
Or would the
collecting.
convergence happen with all of the artifacts?
Well, I think that the convergence is kind of like just an
Celestial
event.
event.
Yeah, celestial event that happens at a somewhat predictable frequency. And but obviously whatever it is that, the pieces that we're collecting are intended to give someone, I suppose, some sort of special effect, some ability that only happens because I imagine that similar to ley lines converging, that should the planes themselves come into some sort of alignment, that there's an extreme wash of magical energy. And I imagine possessing artifacts would let you do something extraordinary. It almost feels like filling a battery or something.
Or creating a massive energy surge that completely destroys an entire town and ends a war?
Or
An entire country and ends a war.
Continent.
continent, planet.
So as far as
Very
everything
great.
else,
Says he wants
Ina knows just as much as the rest of you. It would be conjecture. Anything else that Ina might
Right.
be able to add?
Tinge would like to talk to Ina about her.
Right, exactly. So when when that gets brought up, Ina would say again, she's quoting from fairy tales when she talks about Lady Ilmaro, but she says that Lady Ilmaro wishes to become the Queen of Death, the one who ferries souls between places, and the power that would entail and give to her over those souls. She says that if there's stories about this Lady Ilmaro wishing to become this Queen of Death, that implies that there might already be one. And that Lady Ilmaro wishes to usurp her of this. Ina suggests that that might be who you met.
Tinge just turns to the group and says, we have some further things to discuss.
Oh,
We do.
yes. Thank you so much, Ina, for your kindness and helping us with this. It only seems fair. I'm going to pull out 50 gold pieces.
Ina and Gorash to be like, oh, no, that's not necessary, and Farron would just jump up and take them. Thanks!
I figured someone would take them.
Dimitri, big spender over here. I was going to drop 5. And he's like, all right, well, thanks. Appreciate it.
I mean, they put a lot of energy and effort into this.
Dimitri, you hear in your mind from Kay. Farron will be using that at the orphanage. Well spent.
That's right.
He seems greedy, but not.
That's right. I remember now.
Farron is a penny pincher, a thiever, and a stealer of whatever is not bolted down, but she does send all of that to her orphanage where she grew up.
Sorry.
Yep, so Dimitri will smile down at her.
Yuji will tap the books and say, keep in touch. I'm sure we're going to find out more.
Ina, already reburied into these books, kind of looks up startled again, and she nods and she says, I'll let you know if I find anything else. And then she looks up towards Tinge and says, congratulations, and then goes back to her books.
All right. Where are we going to go now? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I tend to just cock his head to the side and just still at a loss for words.
Yuji would point out that you've had a near-death and near-life experience, which many people in my and Ina's field would die for, literally and metaphorically. Like, you are very fortunate to be where you are right now.
Tinge just points to the giant axe strike across his chest.
My axe hole says otherwise.
If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Just catch an axe to the chest. Seems easy to me.
Kay would say, dying's easy.
So where
everybody.
should we go next?
Yeah, where to next?
We could go to the casino to get our monies.
Well, we're in the mid-level, right? And
Casinos.
Cadence,
and...
you have somewhere to go? In the
Yeah.
lower level?
We need to go to Lower
Okay,
Dura, right?
No, I need to take care of something here in Middle Tavix Landing. I won't be very long. I will meet you at the casino.
Cool.
Okay. So, why don't we go ahead and take our break, and when we come back, we will go ahead and do Kay's meeting with his other Kalishtar people, and then we'll get to the casino.
Sounds good.
All right, back in 10. All right, everybody. We are back. You have returned to Sharn, have gone through a few different little tasks while you've been here, meeting with Ina and the Death Gators Guild, primarily among them. And now you continue on your way through the city. one of your number breaking off to go about their own personal task for a brief moment. So, Kay, what are you up to?
So I am heading to Torrens School in Middle Tavik Landing.
Okay. So, again, you know your way through Sharn. You're able to get there relatively quickly, relatively easily. When you approach this place of learning, okay, the first thing that you notice is that there are not a whole bunch of young people hanging out front anymore. In fact, there are two adults standing in front of the door, and they are armed. They appear to be on some sort of guard duty.
As I approach, I will reach out with my mind and say, I'm Kevakri, here to see Torren.
They both nod to you at once, and returning the telepathic message, they say, Tolrin, let us know to expect you. And they open the door to let you inside.
I enter.
Right. Much more similar to what you saw before. Children and young people kind of sitting on the floor, doing various exercises, various training things, going about that kind of thing. And it's much more of a normal atmosphere in here. You can see that they're going about the same type of exercises they were doing outside in the open, now in here. You see Tolrin near the back, meditating. As you enter, as you kind of approach, he opens his eyes and gives you a nod and says that he was wondering when you would be coming back.
I had hoped sooner, but I came as soon as I could. And I do all of this telepathically.
Right. Okay. All right.
Vakri, I would say Vakri and I have reached a deeper understanding of each other.
He nods and says that that is very good. Was it done safely?
Yes.
He smiles and says that that is good, because there has been some concerning developments lately, especially for those that are traveling and projecting into the dreaming dark. He asks if you've seen anything unusual.
As far as those that dream, no. I've definitely seen some things that are unusual.
He nods and says, when was the last time you attempted to travel towards the center? Or have you ever?
While watching the clock in Don V that tracks the planes, I definitely meditated upon the one that seemed to never move, that tracked Dolcor. I'm quite sure it did, ever so slightly.
He would nod in acknowledgement of that and say that there appears to be, he looks for the right word, a moat spreading out from the center of Dalcor. Something that's blocking even the most experienced of projectors from venturing towards the center to convene with the Corey that will talk with them. He says if you've seen anything that could be causing such a blocking, something that if you know of anything that might be causing a schism.
There is rumors of a planar convergence approaching.
Okay. He says that him and his people keep an eye on that they'll see what it could be causing, but all they know is that there is a growing sea of darkness preventing astral travel in many places of Dalcor, and that they've not seen anything like this before.
That is worrisome. my colleagues, our patron, has hinted that he is aware of a manifest zone, possibly transient, of Dalcor. I am hoping that he will lead me to it.
His face becomes very concerned when he hears that. He says, "That is most concerning, assuming that it seems like the quarry are trying to put a barrier between us and them." He says that there might be some awareness of what's about to happen. They might be preparing for it.
I am not sure whether or not the best course, once that manifest zone, once I gain knowledge of that manifest zone, whether or not the best course is to try to prevent it or embrace it. That is yet to be seen, I think.
You would agree? He says that he will do his best to keep you informed of anything else that they discover.
I have one other question for you. Are there any others of Vakri here?
Any others of Vakri here? What do you mean by that?
So, when the Dreaming Dark took over Dalcor, 66 Quarry escaped.
Okay.
Those are the Quarry that bonded with humans and formed the Kalishtar. There are 66 lines of Kalishtar that are all linked to one of those 66 Quarry. So Vakri is one of those 66. And so there's any number of Kalishtar that are technically all related to whom Vakri is bonded with.
All right. He would say that no, there are none present at the moment, but he will be sure to inform you if one is here while you are.
Thank you. I'm sorry. And what the other question that I wanted to ask, the guards out front, that is new.
He
Have
nods.
you faced troubles?
He says that there was an attack against this place about 15, 16 days ago. People are growing scared of the quarry. Apparently people's dreams and nightmares have been becoming quite distressing, and people are beginning to blame the Kalishtar.
So superstitious.
He nods and says that they've dealt with things like this before.
Not the enlightened from. Good. Okay. Thank you. And I will make my farewells and head to meet my companions at the casino in Lower Tavix.
Okay. Fantastic. All right.
Also, I will suggest to the group as we're going there to keep an eye out for our goblin and orc friends.
If only I could forget them. I can't wait for him to call upon his request.
We're going to be flying off to some epic battle, and he's going to be like, ahem.
Got some rats I need dealt with.
I need you guys to go clear out a barn or something like that.
Okay. right, everybody. So, you all arrive at the casino. Kay will be catching up with you all about a half an hour after you arrive. Now, I have completely misplaced the paperwork that said how much the casino was supposed to pay you every 10 day. Does anybody get that written down? Bob?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I hope Bob did.
It was 500 gold every 10 day.
500 goals every 10 day. That sounds exactly right. Fantastic. And you all have been
We're
gone for
really
10 days, we
rich.
established?
Oh God. Yep.
Yep.
Bankroll! All right. So,
4,500 gold.
sounds about right, yep.
That's-
8.
All of us.
40K.
4,000.
4K, not 40K.
That's 1,000 each.
I've been playing too much
That's
Warhammer.
1,000 each.
4,000.
Warhammer 4K.
Warhammer 4K. I've officially started to.
Yeah.
I've officially decided to begin playing that game in earnest. It'll be pretty fun. I have a Games Workshop store like 10 minutes from my house, so that is going to be. We'll see if I like it. I'm gonna buy my first kit next week.
It's a big investment.
Yeah. I don't want to get into like tournament things. I just want to play for fun. So I'm probably only gonna spend like a max. I'm like talking like in the far long run, maybe $400 on my army, but that's gonna be like over the course of a year. But yeah, I'm just gonna get the patrol box to start with and see if I like the game and if I like painting and building and all that kind of shit. But yeah, the patrol box is pretty affordable.
As a 25-year miniature wargaming,
Ah!
I was just gonna say the same thing. Like $400. That's cute.
I mean, I
We'll
just
see
want
how
a
long
1,000
that
point
lasts.
army, right? I just want a 1,000 point army, and I'm going to be playing Craft World Eldar, so they're not super expensive. So yeah, I did the math. I'm looking at about $368 to build my first 1,000 point army.
That's adorable.
So I was like, best of luck is all I can say.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, yeah, yep.
There's a reason that I don't get into those things because I know every paycheck I have money that goes into a Mad Money account, and I'm proud because the value in there goes up. It doesn't constantly come down because I don't overspend,
Nice.
but I could
I could
very easily.
No. I play poker on the side, and my poker money is what's funding my Warhammer gaming. So
Oh.
yeah. So whenever I make a withdrawal from my poker account, I'm going to buy some minis, and I just pulled the first 100 out, and now I just need 60 more to buy the patrol.
Well,
Good
there you
times.
All right.
Yeah.
So, apparently,
casino.
Yeah. The speaking of poker, luckily our casino, or the people that come here don't do nearly as well as we do.
Indeed. But yeah, so you all arrive. The proprietor greets you and thanks you. They say they have not had any problems with ruffians or anybody coming in. The mere threat of the Clifftop Guild reprisal against them is enough to keep any sort of riffraff away, and the casino's been doing fantastically well. So yeah. They pay you the agreed upon amount, and say that as long as your reputation remains as good as it is, they doubt that they'll even need you to follow up on the protection of the casino.
We still get paid though.
Oh yeah, you still get paid. They're paying for your reputation at this point.
Excellent. Well, that's great.
Indeed.
I'm glad things are going really well.
It's 1,000 gold a person or 4,000 gold a person.
1,000 a
gold.
person.
I was gonna say I gotta open up the magic item book if we're gonna do more than that.
1K a person, and of course you all have easy access to your bank, to your I always want to call it the Moorholds Bank, but what's the guild that's responsible? That's the Dwarven Guild. Kundarak?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm learning.
Correct.
House Kanark. Kanark?
Pandarik.
Kandark? Okay.
All right. So, the city is yours to do your shopping. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do first.
When Kay arrives, because I'm assuming we go on the casino, look around, get our money, wait for Kay to show up, give him his cut. Tinge looks at the group and goes, I know when people are about to die.
You two like look at it very sternly, like for realsies, or like we'll see you in a week kind of die.
I have a sense of if their time is soon.
That
Like the team puts you in a river, wake up time kind of soon.
So, Tinge, in a place this crowded, you get a lot of those sensations that you felt kind of earlier. When you could tell the one guy was going to die in a couple weeks. You get a lot of that here. Basically, anywhere that you move in Sharn, you can sense people's time drawing near all around you. It is something that you can concentrate on if you wanted to narrow it into a more localized search. But that is something that you would need to make a conscious effort to do.
That would overwhelm Tinge at the moment.
maybe that's just a temporary response to what's happened to you recently. I wouldn't imagine that that's something that's going to last.
He points at the axe wound. That's the last part. The axe wound is what's glowing, that purpley, sickly looking purple blue color, and go, this didn't heal. And now I know with that guy, he points at a random person walking by,
Make a
is
wisdom.
going to perish.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Who? Me?
No, Tinge.
Oh, I was like, what?
Sorry. Okay. Tinge, you
Plus
just
three. He's
know
within my
his
10
time is coming. You don't know the situation. You don't know anything else about it specifically. You just know that it's coming. And it's soon. Music is going crazy right now. What the fuck is happening?
+3 with my aura. Does that help with anything?
10?
Yep.
No, just that it's going to be happening soon.
Do you know how people die? Or just that they die?
With a 10, just that it's coming.
Do me. Pick me next.
Tinge looks at Yuji. Does he sense anything?
Wisdom save. You know what? Let's turn it from a save into just a check. This is to signify you focusing on the strand connected to Yuji. The strand of life, if you will. Okay. Not anytime soon. The farther off it is, the harder it is for you to focus on and determine details of.
Yuji looks just completely devastated. Like,
no! My glorious death!
And that is it. To be plain, the Death Cleric Reaper, I am literally a Reaper.
That's cool.
That
Dimitri,
that might be something that we can. I don't know. This is.
You guys made it work with me. This will be fine, right? Like nothing bad could happen from this at all.
I think that potentially he's tapping into something that no one is intended to tap into, and the limited research that's been able to be fully performed on Warforged indicate that there's no natural death. And I mean, obviously they can be killed, but there's not a natural death. And him having died and then subsequently returned, this, I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah. The revelation of Tinge walking alongside countless other souls in transit to wherever he was heading next. Definitely a revelatory thing.
Yuji's like thrilled. Like there's someone else who's been to the bar. He also has a cool affiliation with death. Who knows when Tinge might die? This could be exciting. Finally, someone to complain to that understands. Be great.
All right, that's it. I guess we covered everything. Shopping.
Yep. The only other thing that is on the agenda that you all provided to me would be visiting Drummond's, but you all can do that whenever.
Yep. For sure need to do that.
Okay. So, shall we bust out the sane pricing guide and see what y'all are going to be buying?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Already got it open. I don't remember how much you charged me for the Paladin cool thing, but how much did you charge me for that Bloodwell vial? Please be under 1,800 gold.
What was it?
I don't remember. I thought it was 1,500, but I said please make it under 1,800
What's it called?
gold. A Bloodwell vial.
I don't think it's in the...
Yeah, I think I had to search that on the wiki. Let me see. Yep, okay. It's in my saves.
Thank God you saved it. I didn't. I discounted it immediately. I was like, well, done with that.
Probably one of the reasons my computer gets so slow is because I never clear my caches, so all of my searches save.
I assume just +1, by the way.
Yes, +1. So we said that we were going to price it similarly to the cleric item that does the same thing. So +1. The fuck is it called? I think it gives +1 to your attacks, spell saves, and everything else.
But you charged me
Just
2,000 before discount for
Before
the Rod of the Pack Keeper.
Perfect. Same thing. So yes, Yuji, that does track. It would be 1,800 for a +1 vial.
Sold.
Sold.
10 gold left to my name.
Nice.
And I have to start making poisons again. Oh wait, that reminds me. Tinge. Yuji will kind of look at him with a wink and a nod, hand him a vial. You might want to invest in like frog poison. It seems to help. Go on an acid trip together sometime.
Bonding
So
experience.
much PTSD.
I don't know that that's gone well for you yet.
No, I had that midnight poison that worked out great, and I made a boat ton of money off.
Yeah, you did. Okay, who else? Yuji has completed his shopping endeavor for the day.
Well, I want to go see our friends at Drummond's, and that's it.
Okay.
Tinge doesn't have anything that he desires.
Okay.
Wow, I'm the only one that wanted to shop.
Right?
Come on, Kate.
I was expecting everyone to want to spend their money up.
I'm Mithril Half-Blade.
Mithril Half-Blade.
Nice. Yeah, there we go.
Say Tinge is about 5K short of what he wants.
Mithril Half-Plate. Is it in the book?
So it says Mithril armor
Okay.
is 800.
And then we put that on top of whatever the half-plate would be.
Okay, so that would be 1550.
Okay. And then the 20%?
So
Let's see. 1550, you said?
1240. Yep, gets up to 1240.
Okay.
Yep. I buy it.
Nice. Nice.
I can't wear the Ring of Fire Resistance anymore because I'm maxed out on attunement slots. Does anyone want that?
What?
A ring of fire
Ring
resistance.
of Fire Resistance.
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah,
But I have-
we'd gladly take it, I think.
I have absorb elements as a spell, so
Usually just take it off and kind of hand it to the group for anyone to take. Don't all run to it at once. Don't be-
I mean, I'll like I said, I'll gladly take it if it.
There you go. Hands it to Kay.
Okay.
As a cool segue, my Bloodwell vial will look very similar to a red drop Blood of Vol vial.
It would.
Thematic stuff.
yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like a ring of protection or cloak of protection are probably expensive.
Ring of Protection's only like 1,500, I thought. That was the first thing I looked at.
Ring of protection? I thought that was a few thousand.
Ring
Yeah, that would
of
be my
protection.
You're right,
3,500.
3,500.
Yeah, not quite there.
Pricey.
Start making some poisons. We'll get you there in no time.
Yeah, Dimitri's just gonna start crafting poisons. Absolutely.
I got you. It'll be cool.
Just gotta wait around a couple 10 days. We're good.
Yeah, there you go. Just hold off.
Take the summer off to collect money and hang out. Not worry about this convergence thing.
Take the
at all. No big
vacation.
deal.
Watch the world crumble around you.
All right, I'm good.
All right then. So, if you all are prepared to head down into the cogs, that is what we shall do.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yuji, if you want to keep this Ring of Fire resistance, it doesn't require attunement.
Oh, the thing I saw said it did.
Oh, it says it requires attunement, but it's... Oh, no, okay, I got it. No, you're right. I was wrong.
Just trying to follow the rules, man.
All
Okay, cool.
No, I agree.
right. Okay. So, heading down through your network of rusty old elevators that Red has been faithfully
Aw.
keeping in working order for you all. Coming back, you can see the evidence of their work on it. And heading down to the cogs. Pretty much as you'd expect. Lots of people going around working. There seems to be a shift change going on, so the streets are relatively packed. But eventually, you do make your way to the Blue Anvil, I believe was the name of the place. Crucible.
That's the bar.
Yep. But you're hitting the Drummonds first, right?
Right.
They would say that Crucible and the rest of your friends are at Blue Anvil. Work is done for the day, and they
The
are all
blacksmith?
there enjoying a nice after-work drink.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Stoke. That's who it is.
Stoke, yes. Stoke, and who was his friend?
So the gnome is Tresca.
Tresca. Yep. Tresca and Stoke were the two that you were helping out, and then Crucible and I think Red, maybe?
Red, Blue, and Crucible.
Blue and Crucible. There we go.
Yes, Blue and Crucible together make Red Hammer.
Yes, there we go. We got it. We got it. I used to save all of my prep documents and then just keep them in a folder, but I stopped doing that around some time, and I think I should go back to doing it again because it's really helpful for remembering like these NPCs that were were around for a session or two, but then we come back to for so often. But yes,
I use OneNote and I turn all of the NPCs' names into task list checkboxes.
That's a good idea.
To reference later.
Nice.
So I can easily find them. And then I date my notes.
So, Drummond is nowhere to be found as you all make your way in there. He could have gone home for the evening, but Drummond's is locked up tight. The workers have all either gone home or gone to the Red Anvil for the day. But as you all enter, you see that there is quite the assembly of both. There's more humans in attention and more other non-Warforged here in attendance than the last time that you remember. And it is the rather lively event here. Lots of people around. Lots of people around, and you do eventually see Blue and Crucible behind the bar, as they normally are. And then you do spot Tresca, Stoke, and Dimitri, somebody that you were not exactly expecting to see. You see Sarda DeCaneth among them.
Oh no.
She is smiling and laughing alongside Stoke and Tresca.
How exciting. I will kind of pick my jaw up off the ground and walk over. Sarda, Stoke, Tresca. So happy to see everyone. What is there a special holiday or a special event?
So Sarda would look up and she would smile at you and say, "Wasn't sure when we would see you again." She would say, "I think you might have been onto something," as she gets up and she walks over to you and extends a hand for a handshake.
I will shake her hand.
She says that when the house found out about what's been going on with you and down here, and especially after she smiles and looks back towards Stoke and Tresca, the uprising that you instigated, the house had me come down here. What was that?
I said he will blush.
Says the house had me come down here to see if I could put an end to it. And, well, let me just say, Stoke, Tresca, Blue, and Crucible here had a bit of an impact on me. She would go on to say that once she heard and spoke to them, that it was impossible for her to share the viewpoints of her parents any longer. And ever since, for the past 10 days now, since she was sent down here, she has been working closely with them.
That is amazing to hear. I'm glad that I'm not crazy, and hopefully we can help others understand the value that the Warforged as individuals bring, rather than as something just as a creation. Oh, but I'm excited to hear about everything that's happened. Have you created any new and fascinating pieces of equipment? Found anything that any new discoveries? Heard anything?
She says that, well, when you say that, first, Stoke would say, speaking of discoveries, he'd say, "We've had your order ready in the back of the Red Anvil for a few weeks now. Are you ready to see it?"
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So Stoke and Tresca would head back, and they would wheel out on a bit of a little rolling platform, what looks to be a armored man. But they remove the the sheet from it, and it is a beautifully crafted suit of full plate armor.
Woohoo!
Dimitri, Why don't you describe to us what it looks like?
It is very shiny. It will have it's primarily got a very silvery sheen to it, with I think creative etchings that probably at different ways of looking at it might catch the eye differently, as the Warforged that worked on it may have been inspired to just try and create not just some sort of piece of functional equipment, but a piece of art as well. I would hope that there's probably stamps or other markers indicating who it was that was responsible for creating it.
Indeed, on the left pauldron is Stoke's personal mark. And they said, then when they say that, they say that they all signed it. And if you look throughout the armor, hidden in little innocuous spots is the name Tresca T-Beak. There is Blue, there is Crucible, and there is Stoke, all in either a calligraphy or a stylized version of their name, but each of them have signed your armor.
Dimitri is in no way, shape, or form shy and will weep openly at the kindness that they have shown him.
They all offer to share a drink with you and enjoy the rest of the evening.
He'll give all of them big hugs and just comment, like hopefully identify like some particular piece that each one may have worked on, and comment about craftsmanship or something like that of each part that they did.
Awesome. All right.
He will show it off. He'll go in the back and put it on. Actually, he'll do it out in front of everyone because he can just sort of step out of his old armor and step into the new armor.
Nice. Awesome. As soon as the faceplate closes up, everyone claps, everyone cheers, crowd goes wild and whatnot.
And Dimitri will hand over, what is this, 1,500 gold pieces?
All right.
Or plate.
Plate is 1,500, yep.
All right. So at first, Tresca and Stoke try to say no, that they can't take your payment, but then Blue and Crucible would step in and say, yes, we can.
We got bills to pay.
Right.
This was not free. What are the chances of it having been, I don't know, Mithril?
It was Mithril. That was the idea, right?
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. That was the plan.
Woohoo!
My God, we are the shiniest group in the whole
Right?
darn.
Only saving throws from here on out. To hit, what's that?
Yep. Oh my goodness, that's
Chinge
amazing.
and I have adamantine. We got 2 mithril too. Jesus.
Yeah, Tin just walking around with the lowest AC of the group now.
That's a Warforged. That's the crazy part too.
Really, what's your AC?
19.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. But you don't use a shield.
I do not. The shield was discarded, actually. I carried one around for a long time, but it was purposefully discarded on the trip back from the Fort of Bones.
Wait, why didn't you just return it? I'm sure it still had the tag on.
It's probably true. You never used it.
Tinge had been through some things, okay.
Yeah, I have a 20 AC, but I do use a shield.
So
I'm trying to find the rules. What does Mithril do?
Mithril, it avoids disadvantage.
Yeah, but I think it also lowers the weight.
Weight is lowered, and it doesn't require a strength requirement to the armor, but you already have that immunity.
Yeah, I was trying to. I don't remember what the. I'll find it.
What are you looking for?
I need to. How much it decreases the weight.
Oh, yeah, that's not on the item card. I would assume it's considerable. Are you looking for, like, to measure your encumbrance by?
Yeah, but it's...
For now, just cut the weight in half.
Okay. That'll work. Well, I guess I need to sell my other armor, huh? Okay. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
In D&D Beyond, it has the same weight as non-mythical armor,
Really?
which doesn't.
That makes
seem
no
right.
sense. Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, but
All right. So, is there anything else you all would like to do at the Red Anvil?
Just enjoy drinks with friends.
Right.
And, I guess also ask if they've seen Drummond.
Yeah, they said that Drummond has been a little bit absent just the past couple days. They said he showed up with a black eye at the Foundry 2 days ago, and since he has been a little bit sheepish around his employees.
To get into a bar fight or what?
They say he was a bit short on money and overspending for a while, but then was very suddenly not out of money. And then a few days later, he showed up with a black eye.
Oh no.
Tinge would immediately ask if they'd seen any goblins around lately.
They say no. No one's seen anybody.
Where
Maybe
is
we
he
should
now?
go ask our friend Drummond, yeah.
Probably at home.
Well, please remember that everything that we've been able to accomplish for the Warforged of the cogs here, and hopefully further, is because Drummond chose to be brave and to do things differently than others, and please help make sure that he stays safe. And sometimes that means needing to remain safe from himself.
Tresca would kind of give a little bit of a knowing nod. Say they will do their best.
Thank you. And if she can point to where he lives?
She gives you some
there.
directions.
Thank you. Give everyone a big hug before we leave.
All right.
I will
Okay.
walk out stealthily so no one can hear me leave.
Nice. So as you walk out stealthily, the rest of your companions clank and clatter on their way out of the bar. So turning down the street and heading down towards where Tresca directed you, it does not take long before you hear, "Oi! Look at this lot!
Uh-oh.
Fame has gone to their heads, hasn't it?" And then you turn, and leaning up against a lamppost, with his enormous ogre buddy at his side, is Doruk.
Daruk!
He kind of says, "Y'all probably thought that with your big names and big deeds and big this and big that you weren't going to have to make good on our deal."
No. Of course not. We made an arrangement.
He kind of looks around and says, "What? Oh,
We were
right,
here.
yeah.
And we made an arrangement with
We got
quite
you
some time
right
ago.
where we wanted you. We did." Says, "Well, I have a bit of a proposal for you all. It seems your friend Drummond against our better judgment, has gotten into a bit of trouble. We would be more than happy to wipe his slate clean and pull our agreement off the table. All is good, all is done, you owe us nothing. And we'll wipe Drummond's debt clean. He was a bit, boisterous with some of my boys. They've been dealt with, the ones that roughed him up. Kept swearing up and down that he'd have you all on our asses and come to throw us out of the cogs, but you can tell that didn't really sit well with the guys he was threatening. But they've been dealt with. You all have done a lot of good down here. Drask has not ignored what you've done for the people down here. But they have a bit of a problem, and we would love the opportunity. You can see his tone has changed with you all. He knows full well that you could literally just, like, think him dead. And it's very clear, like, he was expecting to have to, like, cower and grovel, but he's kind of caught off now that you all are choosing to be civil instead. But he does go on to say that there is a problem that has been plaguing not just the Drask headquarters, but he puts big emphasis on this, but all of the people that live near Drask headquarters, which is not a small amount of people. Says that something has come burrowing out of the deep cogs, out of the walls, coming out, snagging people up off the streets and dragging them back somewhere very, very hot. Says any groups that Drask has sent in to try and deal with have been completely annihilated, not to return. And the authorities from up above refuse to send people down to help. He says that if you can go into these caverns and stop whatever the hell has been dragging people away, that they will call your agreement fulfilled, and they will see that no more frivolous loans are given out to Drummond.
Cut him off.
Yep, exactly.
Save him from himself. Well, Dimitri will walk forward and position himself to be directly in front of Daruk.
Once you got like within a couple feet, he would have jumped behind his ogre's leg.
It's okay. I just wanted to shake on it. I think that that's a fair deal. I'm glad to know that you and yours are putting the well-being of those people that live in the area of your home first. And I look to the group to make sure that I'm not speaking out of turn.
I'm not sure I would dirty your new armor with his handshake.
Tinge is just evaluating if it's their time or not.
his heart murmur just jumped a little bit when I got closer, so he got like a couple of weeks closer to his end right there.
Shall we get this taken care of before we get sent on another chase across Eberron?
I think if whatever we can do to help the people here. The light doesn't shine down, but maybe we can try and brighten their day a little bit.
Okay. Dora would lead you towards a cavern. It's essentially a hole in the wall that it appears that something burst out of. There's still rubble lying around, and the pieces of rock and debris still smoke. Doruk would say that these stones have been hot since yesterday morning. They are not cooling down. Whatever is coming out of here is seeming to generate its own massive amount of heat. And one common thing that's been going on with anyone that survived these attacks is that they have been thoroughly burned.
Of course, I gave up the ring of resistance.
I was about to say.
I was about to go back over and try and take that.
My precious.
Does this remind us of the other worms?
Giant fire snakes, yeah.
Yeah. Or is it different looking?
You know that the cogs have a close tie to Fernia, and that creatures breaking through the Fernia manifest zone here is not uncommon.
But like fire elemental uncommon, or
The plane
like...
of fire. So,
Fire
creatures with
snakes. Great.
yeah, maybe not fire snakes, maybe not fire elementals, but something from Fernia is a likely candidate. But yeah, Daruk says, "Good luck, don't die."
Thank you.
Does
Sincerely.
Tenj sense that Doruk or his ogre friend?
Would you like to make a wisdom check? I think we put a cap of your proficiency bonus on how many times you can do this per day.
We did not, but
I'm saying we're going to. We should.
gotcha.
Okay.
So 3 times. Gotcha. Oh, I'm very interested if this time or not.
Cannot tell.
Get all
That's-
those bad rolls out now.
Yeah.
As we go to head in, I cast summon Shadow Spawn.
Nice. So we don't have a Shadow Spawn token for you yet, so we'll just use the
Yeah,
generic
you do.
one for now.
You
Oh,
made
we
one
do?
for me.
Oh, I did? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's it
I'm
called?
so good.
I thought that was a new thing for you. What the fuck? Nightmare
You made
K.
it for me just a couple of days ago. It's. I changed this name to Vax
Ah, okay. Got it. I was like, I don't see a fucking
Because-
Shadow Spawn in there. God damn it.
because it has a name.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. Nice. Sweet. All right. So, do you all head into the cavern?
Yes.
Yes.
It is like stepping into a wall of heat. Immediately uncomfortable. As you all continue in, it does continue to get worse and worse.
Hold on, I'm checking spells.
I assume
After 10 minutes of travel, you all can tell that it is only going to progressively get worse. After 10 minutes of travel, I do need you all to make Constitution saving throws to proceed.
Yeah. What about if you're wearing a ring of fire?
If you are
resistance?
wearing a ring of fire protection, you are immune to this effect.
This is bullshit.
This is
Where-
Go
bullshit.
back So I assume we're all huddled up around Yuji.
Yeah, I was just saying you all should be within 10 feet of me.
That's
Okay.
a 20 whatever.
Oh, that's totally...
Yuji.
The DC is only 10 for
Hey.
your first save.
Hey, we crushed it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. No one cares.
Just continuing on. So, you will need to repeat these saving throws for every 10 minutes of travel, unless you take some sort of measure to reduce the effects of the heat on yourselves.
Would like casting like absorb elements help, or that'd be just too situational? Or...
Absorb elements only happens for one instance, so
right, it's a reaction.
yeah.
Um,
So if we were to start taking fire damage, it would help, but that's not happening.
I pull out my water skin and look at Yuji and say, "I could try dumping it on you. Keep you wet."
Soaking your clothes.
I was just say, yeah, like soak a towel and like put it over my head and yeah, like kind of get wet. I guess I don't know. I don't have any spells that would help, so.
Soaking your clothes. Other
Yeah.
such measures
yeah, it's the only thing
would be sufficient for a
think
while.
of. There are no spells.
Who has the highest passive perception? Tinge, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Tinge,
Yeah.
go ahead and make a perception check as you travel through. Cool. So after a good long while, you've managed to brace yourselves against the heat and against this oppressive weight just pressing down on you of the heat. But as you're traveling through, the path has been relatively straight, right? There's only been one tunnel, but after a while it starts branching off. Tinge, with your 21 perception check, you do notice scratch marks heading down one particular passageway. Looks like something has been like clawing its way across the ceiling and the floor, walls, using this as its main mode of travel throughout this area. Once you go past this and into it further, you begin to see fissures along the floor. They glow red hot. You do notice these and have an opportunity to warn your party about them.
I do so.
How do you all protect yourselves against the fissures in the floor?
Do we even want to go deeper, or do we want to follow the claws marks?
I thought that was one and the same.
Yes, they are one and the same.
How large are these fissures?
They're cracks.
Okay.
Fissures is probably the wrong word to use. They are smaller cracks with red heat coming up from underneath them. Walking around on them unprotected would likely prove dangerous.
How many are there, or is it?
It's like a spider webbing throughout the entirety of the passage going forward.
Gotcha.
And like, if I took my water skin out and like tried to pour some on the fissure, does it like immediately turn to steam?
Yes.
Cool.
Looking ahead, every 30 to 45 feet, is there a safe area to stand?
Does not appear so. It appears that in the direction that this creature is headed, this effect continues throughout.
Is it just on the ground, or is it like on the walls and ceiling as well?
It is just on the ground. The floor is lava.
Are there things on the walls that would help us like climb? Like if I had a grappling hook, could we swing over gaps at a time?
There were the walls, and the walls are rough enough that you could climb along them.
Yeah, I have the ability to spider climb.
So does Kay, right?
I do, if I'm willing to drop my shadow spawn concentration.
That's wasted a spell, though.
Can I tell whether or not my resistance to fire damage is enough to protect me from these fissures?
I totally forgot you all had a ring of fire resistance. Yes, your ring of fire resistance is enough to protect you from these fissures. You can walk on them freely.
Okay, then I'm good.
Bullshit.
Thank you.
Bullshit.
If this isn't a more stereotypical D&D scenario in my life, oh yeah, I can't use this magic item anymore. Who wants it? Absolutely vital an hour later.
I was listening to you giving it away. I'm like, oh no.
Story of my D&D life, and I take it with pride. Let's go. So then, like, can I?
Okay.
Using my
here's the deal.
grappling.
I'm actually gonna. So. Yuji, I'm gonna drop my concentration on my shadow spawn. I was thinking we were gonna be fighting something much quicker than we were, and was trying to be ready in advance. And I can cast Spider Climb on you.
Yeah, Tinge, if I cast this on you, could you carry me?
I was gonna say, why don't we tie a rope around Tinge and Dimitri and I carry her? I guess Dimitri, your strength score is pretty low.
Tinge looks at Dimitri and goes, "Just put me in the bag."
Could do that.
I'm not comfortable with that.
I mean, we could let Tinge's head hang out if you want. I mean, if that's okay.
It just doesn't need to breathe.
I understand.
Air, no oxygen, no
I
water.
understand, but I'm not comfortable with that. So, I can cast it on you, and then you can carry me.
I can carry you.
Okay.
Well, we can tie a rope around him, and I'll help carry too, so it's easier.
There we go.
Or
Go team.
we could just find this thing and aggro it back to the rest of us so we don't have to go to this hellhole.
We don't know how deep we have to go to get to where we're trying to go.
This is true. Cast away.
Done. I don't know why it tells me I have 0 spell slots. I have to have 2. Liar.
All right. So I'm hearing carrying
know.
and spider climbing.
Yep.
Yep. And strolling along the floor.
Nonchalant strolling. Okay. So, after about another half hour of travel like this, how long does spider climb last for?
An hour.
Perfect. Alright, so after about another half hour of travel like this, you do begin to see corpses. Charred, chewed on corpses. Whatever is taking these things is not eating these people. It is simply killing them and then dragging them back here and leaving them around. Moving through this place, are you moving quietly or are you trying? What are you doing?
Yes. LOL quietly.
Dimitri is very quiet. Tinge, on the other hand, sounds like broken metal and bones.
Alright, let's get a group stealth check, everybody.
Can I guidance myself since
Yeah.
we would have known we're being all stealth?
Nice. Gotta love that bending of the curve there.
Tinge will also say a prayer to his axe wound.
Yeah, 10.
It's axe wound of divine inspiration. Wow, it worked.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so another few minutes of travel, moving through, following the bodies. You do find a large open area, not large, maybe about 15 feet wide at its largest point, but larger than the others. Find that many other tunnels converge onto this spot.
Convergence.
You said it. And anybody proficient in survival?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Tinges.
Tinge appears to be a den of some kind. Or some. Make a nature check.
Convergence.
Is it okay? I'll make a nature check.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow.
What is happening?
So,
Rocks?
You're divinely inspired.
Tinge, this den is surprisingly similar to that of a rock toad. Only reason you know this because you like rocks so much.
Except it's a burning rock toad.
Yes, likely on fire. Recognizing
I
this, go ahead.
That's not normal. Those rock toads aren't normally on fire.
Tinge, with a 19, you would also recognize this as being surprisingly similar to the den of a mated pair of rock toads. So you are unsurprised when you see one such massive monstrosity of a creature standing at about 20 feet tall, vaguely toad-like, but as it comes around the corner, it stands up onto its back legs, becoming bipedal, and belches out a small stream of fire, like it was just belching normally. And because of your 19, you are also unsurprised when a second one of these beasts comes around from the other side of the corner.
Oh my god.
And with that,
Here we go.
you roll initiative.
Oh my god, those aren't toads.
I said similar to a rock toad.
Okay with the crit already.
It did not add my initiative correctly.
The guy who's not surprised rolls.
Yes,
the
it
worst
did.
initiative,
Yes, it did.
Of course.
It did. Yes, it did. Okay, it did.
Tinge is chill in all the wrong ways.
Okay, okay. Okay, what do you do?
So seeing these guys.
Oh, right. Who's being carried? Who's being carried? Who has spider climb cast on them? All that good stuff.
Dimitri is being carried.
Yep.
Yuji has spider climb on him.
Okay. Yuji, you're either on a ceiling or on a wall. Pick one. Dimitri, Tinge is
Ceiling.
carrying you. Okay. Yuji, the ceiling is about 15 feet up. These creatures have to crouch to move around inside of it.
I was just gonna say, what's my range? Perfect. Okay.
Oh yeah. Better look.
That's just lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start by going into form of dread.
Okay.
These are like monstrosities, right? They're it's not like undead or anything like that, right?
You can make an Arcana check.
I knew you were gonna ask that. Oh, boy.
They are elementals.
Elementals, okay.
And then my veil is going to fly over here to give me the help action. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Elder Blast.
So that's a 25 to hit.
25 certainly hits. Which one?
The one by my familiar.
Got it.
So 12 force, 10 feet straight back. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw result is probably going to be very low, and it is not. Surprisingly, it does pass. What's the DC? I'm sure this passes, but what's the DC just for future reference?
15.
15, yeah, it does pass.
And blast him again. 18
18 hits.
for another 5 force.
Right.
And some will fly all the way back here.
Right.
And I'm going to not be a bunch target. There we go. Next.
Okay.
Is the familiar like immune to the fire effect in here too?
Is it
Well,
flying?
it's flying. It's flying, so it's staying off the.
And how is it keeping cool?
I was putting water on it.
Okay. That'll do. Alright, Yuji.
I guess I'm just gonna do my vengeance paladin thing, I guess. I'll just essentially walk up behind it, use my channel divinity to gain advantage. And I will start by trying to hit it with Grimfrost. I'm pretty sure my icy
Nice.
spear is not gonna like these. Oh yeah.
13 does not hit Yuji.
Second attack then?
Go for it.
Oh boy, it's gonna be ugly.
Alright,
That's my turn.
Dimitri.
Okay. Well, I'm like trying to position myself so that I can point my. Oh, I need my homunculus. My little construction friend.
Tinge is just aiming you like a kid.
I'm gonna try and blast.
Blast.
This one's the one that's been hit so far. So
Yes.
focused fire. Very good. 24.
24 hits.
9 lightning,
9 lightning, fantastic.
and then a 16
16 hits.
or 10 lightning.
10 lightning. Alright.
Then little homunculi friend.
Oh, he looks so little next to this big fucker.
I know, he's so adorable. He's just, such a good guy. Good boy.
19 hits.
19 for 5 force damage.
5 force, okay. Alright, Yuji. This thing turns towards you, looms down over you.
I'm up on the roof, so looms up.
Oh,
towards me.
looms up and looks up towards you and lunges at you for a bite.
Yep.
Oh, damn. Yuji, that is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that totally gets me.
That will be 24 piercing, 6 fire, low fire roll, but you are swallowed.
I'm grappled. Yeah.
You're swallowed. Not grappled. Devoured.
Devoured, eaten. You are in its belly. You are blinded, restrained. You have total cover against attacks and other effects outside of this thing. Furthermore, it's very hot in here, Yuji.
You're missing
I'm
that ring.
shocked.
I'm shocked. Now, with Yuji thoroughly inside of its belly, I believe it has more to do. Alright. Yep. Rushes up towards Tinge. Yuji going along for the ride. And Tinge, it does thwack you with a tentacle. Oh, geez, 27 to hit Tinge.
Yeah, that hits.
And the next attack against you as well, Tinge, is a 13, which does miss. The 27 does 15 bludgeoning and 3 fire.
So glad you're not the one that has to maintain concentration here.
I need a dexterity saving throw from the homunculus as a whip of craggy frog tongue goes whipping out of this thing's mouth towards your homunculus servant.
15.
15, I believe, is good. $15 is no good.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, it was actually a strength save it was supposed to make.
Oh. Let's do strength. That'll be even worse.
Okay.
13.
It does fail. It is snagged by the tongue and swallowed.
What?
Like a fly out of the air. The Froghemoth then does come charging in, or this elemental monstrosity that is totally not based off of a Froghemoth.
Its name rhymes with Boghemoth.
Alright. It does close as much distance as it can and lashes out with its tentacles towards Dimitri first. Dimitri, that is a 26 to hit. Jeez, this thing's rolling super high.
That will hit.
Alright.
I'm going to use
Super
shield. So that will not hit.
Okay.
Number
Second
27.
tentacle is a 19 to hit, which also misses. Alright. Tinge.
So question. How does the Echo Knight interact with me standing there holding Dimitri on the ceiling?
The Echo Knight would be able to act as normal.
Oh boy. I don't get to rage though. And we gotta make Yuji not be eaten by a guy. That's a problem. Okay, so yeah, echo out. That's the first thing. The anyone observing will notice that the echo is no longer just kind of a dull gray. It is more obsidian with purple flowing through it. It is odd, and it will appear next to the because it's basically engaging me just from the ground, and I'm on the ceiling. Okay, so I'm gonna put the echo on the back side of it. don't need to be close to these things. They are terrifying. Okay, I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna attack it with the vicious greatsword.
Okay.
They're already gonna hit me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw reckless out there.
Ooh, hell yeah. 27 hits for sure. Crit.
Whee!
Alright, so 29 points.
Yep.
Fantastic. Which one are you swinging at? The one that ate you? Yeah, the one that's close enough to you to hit. Got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to rescue Yuji.
You get that extra attack, don't you?
Oh yeah. No, I don't because I use my bonus action. Yeah, bonus action economy when
Got it.
things go right is not great. Lots of things could happen with my bonus action, but I will use Unleash Incarnation to get an extra attack through
Okay.
the Echo.
It's another crit.
I haven't even seen the attack come across yet.
18 hits.
Well, 26, but
26, yep.
yeah, reckless. Yeah, he's gonna
Almost
hit
crit.
me if he's rolling. Yeah. So 16 more. All right. Second attack.
Good hit for another 11. Fantastic, good round.
Oh, the round is not done yet.
I'm not done yet. Action surge.
Noise. Jeez, okay. 25 hits.
For 7, another unleash.
That does hit.
For 16.
Okay.
And
Hey,
final
the color
attack.
changed.
Yeah.
10 does not hit.
Alright, so that's all of my attacks. That's my bonus action. Tinge looks at Dimitri and goes, how do you want to play this?
He says it very angrily. You can let me go if you need to.
Let me go, Jack.
Tinge is gonna back up. No, he's not. It's okay. Tinge is gonna stand there.
Still holding on to Dimitri?
That's the goal.
Okay. All right. So, Dimitri, we are going to have to do something because of your current state. I'm thinking we consider you prone.
Okay.
Okay. Or grappled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think grappled.
sense.
Grappled makes more sense. Okay, you're up.
Okay. Yuji, sorry, but I'm gonna have to drop concentration on that spider climb. You're no longer
What?
spider climbing.
Dang.
Dang.
You were planning on climbing out of the gullet like a spider.
And I cast Summon Shadow Spawn.
Nice.
Darn it. So, actually, no, I'm gonna drop. Yeah, I'll drop him there. Then bonus action. Echo comes out. right there.
Okay.
Then action surge.
Action surge.
I'm gonna move up to there. Tressum's gonna fly up to here and give me the help action. And I keep blasting. This time at the one that has Yuji.
21 hits.
For 9 force damage. And 10 feet straight back.
Fortunately, there is nowhere for it to go that won't end its turn and somebody else's... never mind. I can get right there. That's fine.
And wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw result is... a 15.
That succeeds, unfortunately. Blast it again.
That's a hit.
I'm gonna take that crit.
Alright. 21?
21.
Nice.
And 10 more feet straight back.
Alright.
And my Vax will close in to here. Some will fly back to here. And Dreadful Scream. I need a DC 15 wisdom save from that guy.
Wisdom saving throw result is exactly a 15 again. Rough. What does that do?
It's a fear effect.
Okay. Right. Anything else?
And then I move back to here.
All right. Yuji, you're up.
And I'm
So
grappled.
you are blinded and restrained.
So blinded because my attacks at disadvantage, right? Well, because I have my channel divinity, it's just a straight roll.
Are you trying to escape?
I'm not sure what I'm doing yet.
Trying to escape. There is no escape.
It's what?
There is no
There
check.
is.
Okay.
It's got you. You're in its belly.
Dig your way out.
Yeah, I'm well, we'll just try and stab him with my spear then. But I'm straight because I have channel divinity on him, but I'm blinded, so...
Oh, okay, so
Right?
just a straight roll. Cool.
Here we go.
Hey!
I'm
God, these
going
rolls
to die in
tonight.
here.
I'm going to die in here. Oh,
Here we go
good
Like
luck.
a
again.
virtual die jail.
Hey,
There we
that hits.
go. Alright, I know the answer to this. Hold on one second.
You got a level 3 smite, right?
Nova.
I know the
I'm
answer to
gonna-
this.
I'm gonna level 3 smite the shit out of this guy.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, your cold damage is
28.
always shit unless it's being done to you.
Always a 1. So
It is.
It's
It is like
20,
always a
8.
1. Is that like a broken macro or something?
I have no idea.
Always a 1. Okay.
Just roll
Nah,
1d6.
it says it's rolling a 1d6.
Yeah. Okay. So we
That just
have
hates me.
22 radiant, 5 piercing, and 2 cold.
Too cold.
2 cold.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Oh, no, that didn't work. Okay.
I'm hitting him again with Pam.
That's a hit.
I'm doing it again.
Furthermore, okay. Holy shit.
That's a really good roll.
Yeah.
That is a very good roll.
Okay.
That thing's still standing? Holy crap.
And +2 from dueling, so 40.
Your dueling was in that 30.
Oh, thank you. So 38. A lot of damage.
Yeah. Let me get that 2 hit points back to it. Yuji, it vomits
Yep.
you out.
Of course it does.
Hey, you're no longer blinded and restrained.
I literally turn around and I'm gonna totally kill you, motherfucker, and I just jump right back at him. That's my turn.
It had heartburn.
That was like 160 damage.
That's
I'm
enormous.
at half.
Dimitri, you're up.
Okay, well,
It's cannon time.
this guy right here, it's just gonna be second and third verse, same as the other ones. 24
24 hits.
for 12,
Okay.
and a 10 unfortunately misses. My little
Does.
guy inside.
Oh, right.
What
That
did he
happens.
do?
That happens on its turn. It has to deal a lot of damage.
I'm sure that he's not going to like it, because he's only got 8 hit points.
Does he do anything from in there?
It's on his turn, or it's on, okay, so, he can, in theory, get a chance. He's gonna try and blast his way out.
All right.
12.
12,
will
no
probably
good.
miss. Yep, nope.
Right.
That's it for... And
Okay. Yeah, this
Try it
thing.
again.
Yeah, it's gonna try it
Let's
again.
go.
It's gonna do that. 25 to hit Yuji.
Oh wait, hold on here. I have an answer for this. Because, you know, Divine Soul Sorcerer. I'll use Shield Spell to make my AC.
not high enough to...
Do I have to meet it, or I have to
You
exceed
have to
it? I
beat
don't
it. Yeah, you
remember.
gotta get over it.
Oh, well then I'm not going to do that. Just see.
Okay. Okay.
Save my
So
spell
yes.
slot for Smite.
The damage is 18 piercing and 9 fire. And you are swallowed once again.
Alright, things are getting spicy too here with my HP.
The next one is going to first attempt a bite against.
As soon as it moves,
Uh-huh.
Warcaster goes off,
Okay.
and I blast it.
25 hits.
25
4.
for 4 force. And
Okay.
I don't think I'll be able to move it at that angle.
Yeah. Right. It does
And
attempt
22.
22.
Another 9.
Another 9. All right. It does attempt to bite. I think it's got to be Tinge, since Tinge is the one carrying Dimitri. 26 to hit Tinge.
Yeah.
You are swallowed. You take, Jesus, 26 piercing and 8 fire.
God, you're raging, right? Right.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I thought you were raging because you did reckless, or
Oh, yeah, you were
did
reckless.
reckless without raging.
if we're not raging, it's not a big deal, but that is a thing.
Reckless is not coupled to raging.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh,
Right.
I did not know that. Okay. Well, either way,
That most barbarians always rage on their first bonus action.
you are swallowed. It is hot.
Eh.
Dimitri, ooh, it crits you with the tentacle. That is
Okay.
luckily a low roll on its secondary roll, but that is still 31 points of bludgeoning and 4
Oh my
points
God.
of fire. 2 and 2.
Ow.
Super low damage roll, but that's fine. And that was just the first tentacle. There is a second coming. Oh, and it's a nat one. Okay.
Whew.
Although, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you land prone or not, please. Okay, just enough. Just enough to keep your footing. Okay. Alright. Tinge. You're up.
Well, I'm currently inside a thing, so I will rage because likely this is gonna be bad and reckless and start swinging.
Apparently your feet are still sticky.
Don't forget
Yeah.
you can just swap places with your echo.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a better plan. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to swap places. I'm not gonna rage, but yeah, I'm just gonna swap places. So now the echo is inside of his belly, and I'm standing outside.
Okay. Oh, the homunculus would have died on its turn, unfortunately. Unless, let me see. Yeah, by 1 point. Damn. 2 points.
So is it my bonus action
Yeah, it's your bonus action to
to
swap.
swap? Okay, so
So not raging.
not raging. Can I get to the really wounded one? Wait, Kay's gonna go. I need to put damage on the other one. So I'm gonna stand where I'm at, and I'm gonna start swinging from the inside. Still
Nice.
reckless. We have not figured out what their AC is. It's
Oh,
less.
you're not blind because you've got your little blind thingy, right?
Yeah, I got blind sights. Well, I'm fighting from the outside now, so that's kind of an irrelevant thing. It's yeah, I'm gonna swing for the fences on this big dude. At least the first time to see if it works. So I'm gonna do Great Weapon Master.
Is that 11?
14.
14 hits.
Cool. 20 damage.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do it again because this seems to be useful. Oh wait, I'm gonna do Unleash Incarnation.
Ooh, nice. Jesus hell.
Oh yes.
Okay. So 38 points. All right.
I got a 1 in there too.
Re-roll it. Re-roll it.
Oh. Triple
Roll
ones. Here we
again?
go.
Yeah. You know, no ones in crit rolls. There we go. So another 3. Okay.
All right. Blast attack.
$15 hits.
Nice. So 24 more.
Nice. Okay.
God, we could just throw out so much damage.
Yeah, just enormous damage
Ridiculous.
output. All right. Okay, you're up.
I mean, I've missed half my attacks, and we're still throwing out 100 plus damage.
Some will move up here to give me advantage. I'll move to here, and I'm gonna shoot this one.
Which one?
The one by Dimitri.
Got it.
21 to hit.
21
for
hits.
7 force.
7 force.
5 feet back. Yep, right there. Continue to move up this way, so I have a clear shot at the one that has swallowed Yuji, and my second blast goes as
That hits.
hit. That's a 25 for 6 force. Oh, and the
Okay.
first one I hit needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
It's gotta fail one of these eventually. Wisdom saving throw is another 15. It's literally getting like on the dot every time.
Keep on matching every
Yep.
time.
It's 3 in a row.
Yep. And then
Makes you feel any better. The first one was a 21.
my Vax up there is going to swing. Somebody please give me their
You can
expo.
have mine.
That's awesome, because that is a crit of 17 cold damage.
Yeah.
So 36 points of cold damage to which one?
The one that's by my shadow spirit.
Got it. All right. Yuji, you roll out of the hole that was just made in its belly.
And then shadow spirit goes to here. That's it for me.
Yuji.
Rolling out of this thing covered in goop. Awesome. Wonderful.
Why am I drippings with goo?
And
Name that
I'm out
movie.
of range of this other guy.
I know
of
that movie.
course.
Ghostbusters 2.
No.
Because you have Ray of Frost prepared, right?
I wish. I wish. Sorry, I'm trying to measure this all out.
You're good. Remember, Grimfrost is a spear, and spears do have the thrown
Yeah,
property.
but yeah, I'm not throwing it.
I'm just reminding you.
Not-
Ah, no, no, no!
What was that?
Just all long
I
rest.
misclicked a lot.
You gave everybody a long rest.
Everybody got a long rest just now.
Woohoo!
It's okay.
Yay.
This thing's got 20 hit points left. You will deal with it before it gets to its turn, I'm sure.
I'm planning on it.
Challenge accepted.
Oh god. Rough. Oh well.
Where it's placed, though, it doesn't really matter where I go because I won't be able to get advantage, right? Because Dimitri's not. Correct?
Doesn't look like it.
Cool. I'm gonna move up there and then Misty step behind him
Nice.
with my.
So you're going to roll above a 4, I believe.
I hope so. I hope so. Grimfrost him.
Hey, that hits.
That's above a
Now
4.
can I do it in one hit? I believe.
That
Yeah, there it is.
is enough. So we have 14 and then 22, 30 points total.
Bless you.
Fantastic. And with that, everybody, you have defeated these creatures. We will drop from initiative. And
I
we'll call it a
immediately
session
lay
for
on
tonight.
hands me for 25 HP.
Right? Oh, you all got a magical long rest as soon as that fight was over.